Hello, I'm doing my app analysis on Lose It, which is a calorie counter and exercise counter, as well as it tracks your macronutrients, and you follow a calorie budget to reach your goals. So, when you hit get started, you are welcomed with this screen. So let's go back into history. Have you tried to lose weight before? I'm going to just go through this and talk as well. What brings you here? We can go with, you want some more fresh motivation? Yes, there's some difference. So I'm going to speed run this before. Have you ever found yourself obsessing? Some people over-obsessive at some times. Does your weight affect the way you feel about yourself? A little bit. Everyone wants to be hopeful at some point. So I will do my actual birthday. And I like how this wants you to put in pretty much everything that you know. And it wants pretty much almost everything about you. That way you can have, so now it's goals. So you can put in your goal weight. So I put in 147 for my normal weight. So let's just go down 7 pounds. It's not much. For food choices, we can hit everything. This is pretty much so that way you can physically know what you're putting in your body. We can increase some activity level. New step goal, new routine, funny workouts that I can do at home. I know some people have a different lunch schedule almost every day, whether you work in a factory or you just don't have time for lunch at that particular time, so you have to eat it at a different hour. So we'll go with no. What's more important to you? The nutrition? Most people want to hit a certain nutrient target rather than just eating daily. Is it harder for you to make? Personally, I would say yes, only because that a lot of people hang out with their friends and family, and it's kind of hard to watch where you eat then. So environment. So this is what you're doing now. Are your roommates also? No. So a little bit. What are your day-to-day obligations? How would you describe your emotional support system? I have someone I can go for support. Strategy. We'll just do everything. That way we can get the full aspect of the app. Will exercise be a key component? Let's do it yes. How often? We can do once in a while. What best describes your history with exercise? So they give you this whole, relaxed, fit, sustainable weight loss in your lifestyle with our most lenient plan. Steady, you have your accelerated program, or your vigorous, which is fairly fast we will go with, let's say, someone who's full-time working, doesn't really have a lot of time, but just wants to go on and so forth. So I have a fake email. So you don't have to hit subscribe. We're not going to do the notifications just for now. So we will go through the tutorial together. That way we are both learning at the same time. So let's go with breakfast. So we'll put in what I had for breakfast yesterday. I had 2 bananas. I had 2 medium eggs that were fried. I had a small blueberry muffin. And 8 fluid ounces of just regular black coffee. So that was my breakfast. So let's add my lunch from yesterday. My lunch from yesterday was chicken, which if you see here, you have pretty much everything, like McDonald's, Panda Express. I had about 6 ounces. I had broccoli. I had about 4 cups of broccoli. Carrots. I had about 3 chopped carrots. Green pepper. I had 2 whole cups of green pepper. Red pepper. I had 3 cups of red pepper as well. And rice. I had fried rice. I had about 3 cups of fried rice. I had about 12 fluid ounces of water. And that was it for my lunch. So you can see how high my calorie counter went up when I put in my lunch. Because it was fairly big. Now, dinner, I had this. I had 2 slices of thin crust pizza and I and a cherry Coke. I have 1 bottle. So after you look at that, we can go back here. We can see that our calories, we went over our budget of 2,075. We have 3,612 calories for yesterday so far. But we didn't add my workout. So running, yesterday I ran for about 2 hours. I also did some aerobics. I did a bunch of walking around. Instead of driving, I walked. Took me about 2 hours to get from Walmart and Giant back to my apartment. So I'm done logging for that day. So I went over 24. So if we go back to that day, if we scroll over, we can see our macronutrients, which is fat, how many grams, how many carbs, and how much protein we had. But this is what it'll look like when you're on the same day. So if you go to your log, you'll see that it went the whole way back down. Now the only thing, if you want to buy the app fully, what you get is that you can track how much water you're drinking, you can track your neck size, how much sleep you're getting. So let's say that I went down a pound today. So you saw that it went down, and that my calories, prior to today, I'm 24 calories over my weekly budget. So if you go here, it'll show you. So if you hit the little calendar up top by the Friday, now it'll show you where you're at, where you want to be at, and all of that. You hit that, we can go to snacks, weight, breakfast, lunch. So all I'm hitting is the little plus down at the bottom. So and this is for today. I personally like this app because it will notify you, and it'll ask if you had breakfast yet, had lunch yet, or had dinner yet. You can see how much you're eating. You can go through. So let's make something up. Let's say that you had Chick-fil-A for breakfast. You had their chicken biscuit sandwich. You had one of those. You had their hash browns. Let's say you got a large, so that's 2 servings. And then you had a sweet, and then you had a large sweet tea from Chick-fil-A. That was your breakfast. So you can see, for breakfast, that's a lot. So you can see that you already went up. Let's say that today was just a fast food day. Let's say that you got a Big Mac from McDonald's. You got a large fry from McDonald's. and a large Coke. That was your lunch. And you saw the calories rising the whole time as you went up. Dinner. Let's say you went up to Texas Roadhouse. Say you had 2 rolls. Let's say you bought the steak. You got 6 ounces of steak. You had chili. I don't know if they have this. Side baked potato, corn. There's our cup of chili. And let's say you actually had your dinner roll with their butter. You had 2 of those. For your other side, let's go with green beans. Oh, so every time you have to actually put in where you're eating. So you got your side of green beans, and you didn't, but let's say that you didn't eat that, you can swipe over and hit delete. So that's what you had for dinner. Snacks, you didn't have any snacks, but after you ate, let's say you went up to 150. So you went up, you're done logging, that'll pop up. So you can go with your day, and you can see that you're over 1,135 calories. Now, if you go back to your log, you can hit the calendar and it'll say that you're over 24 calories because today's technically not the next day. So I'm done logging for the day. Prior to today, you were 24 calories over budget. Recommend this app, mainly because you can track calories and macronutrients to the fullest.